Today I'm going to show you guys my method for taking a headlight that looks like this and turning it into this, making your vehicle look better and also safer to drive at night because you can see. So first you're going to want to take some masking tape and tape off all the edges to protect the paint from the sandpaper you'll be using. You don't want to, the last thing you want to do is scratch up your paint and require a possible repaint. And of course you don't want to scratch up a customer's paint. So you just want to tape around all the edges, just lightly pressing down the tape. Any generic masking tape really will work in this case because you're not going to be reusing it and it doesn't have to really create a great seal. You're really just covering it up, so you kind of like coloring inside the lines, just so you don't mess up. So once you got that all taped down, you're going to want to start off with your first grit of sandpaper. So I use a 3 grit method. I like to go from 600 to 1200 to 1500 before I compound and polish the headlight. So this is 600 here. And what you're going to want to do is, as you can see the way I'm holding the sandpaper, is basically you want the sandpaper as flat as possible. So if you see my 4 fingers there are nice and flat so that it's sanding evenly and not basically leaving grooves from your fingers. This is a much more important thing if you are sanding paint. On the headlight, it's not as vital, but it's still good to have proper sanding techniques. So you're going to want to go back and forth as you see me doing, and kind of evenly pass over the light. You know what I mean? You don't want to stay in one area. You want to make sure it's evenly sanded and uniform throughout the headlight. And yeah, just keep doing this. You'll kind of know I don't have to do this anymore, but in the beginning, in between each grit, when you think you're done with 600, you can clean off the headlight and look at it, and you should visually be able to see the sanding marks and see, okay, you know, I need a little bit more here, or it's uniform across and it looks good and it's equally hazy going across. So, and then when you get done with the 600, you're going to switch to a 1200, which I should do here in just a second. And as far as sandpaper, you can get the sandpaper from anywhere. Amazon, auto parts store. Here I'm switching to the 1200 grit, the next one up. Yeah, you can basically buy the sandpaper from anywhere. So, and same method, same thing with the 1200. And by the way, what I'm spraying on there is a simple mixture. It's water with just a couple of drops of Dawn dish soap. The Dawn dish soap helps to lubricate everything and helps the sandpaper glide across the surface easier and not have any friction. So, and like I said, in between the grits, you can clean it off, take a look, see where you're at. But you can probably already see, after going over it a bit with the 1200, the general reflection of everything. Oh, I was already on 1500. My mistake. The general reflection of cleaning up. So now, when you get done with the 600, the 1200, and the 1500, you'll wipe off the headlight like you see here. And as you can see, it's uniformly hazy. And what I'm putting on now is the rubbing compound. And the machine I'm using is a little 3-inch mini buffer. Again, those you can get from anywhere. If you're just looking to do one set of headlights, it doesn't make sense to invest in a mini buffer. You can get an attachment for a drill that will do the same thing, or you can do it by hand, but it will take a lot of elbow grease and a lot of time. So once you've compounded it, you can see the polish here. I'm switching over to polishing it. Go over it, and basically in the compounding and the polishing, just like sanding, you want to uniformly hit everywhere and keep going until you see all of your scratches are removed. Once you're done polishing, untape the headlight, and then you're going to want to start cleaning up. So I'm using a spray ceramic wax, and basically it adds some additional clarity and additional protection, really, and helps the headlights stay clear longer. So once you're done wiping it down, take the rag like you see here and get in all the crevices there, because there's going to be leftover compound and polish in there that, you know, is a residue you don't need on the vehicle. And After I get in the crevices, I like to wipe it down one more time, and then that'll be the finished product. So this is how you do a headlight restoration. Well, there's many methods, but this is my method. I hope you enjoy it.